guys, Godzilla Freak here, and today I am making the Ninja Kiwi Rant. Now I know everyone else has already done this, but mine's going to be slightly different. Instead of just saying what they're doing wrong, I'm actually going to give them ideas on how to make this game work again, okay? And in the background here, I'm just going to be playing some public matches with Niv Avivi. Okay, Inkblot, that's a fun one. So yeah, first let me pick my towers real quick. Actually no, Inkblot's annoying. I'm not good at Inkblot. Okay, Swamp, this is a good map here. So yeah, again, as I was saying, guys, why did I skip Dartling? Okay, I'm just getting way too distracted right now. But so if you guys didn't know already, Ninja Kiwi games, and especially battles, because that's their main game right now, is really dying right now. And by dying, what I mean is less and less people are playing it, and it's getting really stale. And I definitely feel that as well. It's getting stale for me, and a lot of other people who are playing competitive or had played competitive before, and even the casuals, late gamers and everything, have stopped playing battles recently. And this is because the update system, like, it's just so stale. Even card battles, it's super new, right guys? Well, there's already problems with card battles. Everyone's using the same old boring stall strategy where you just keep playing late game because there's no way to rush. And in normal battles, oh my god, since the start of Mobile King of the Hill, there has been one dominant strategy: Dart Farm Chipper. And people think Dart Farm Chipper is overpowered, right? That's not even the case. Dart Farm Chipper is actually not that strong of a strategy. It's by no means overpowered. But it's that all the other strategies are completely underpowered. Meaning, if you don't use Dart Farm Chipper, you actually can't defend out round 22 with Dart Farm Chipper economy and farms. Like, you can't defend all out round 22. And that's the problem with the game right now. You cannot defend with another strategy. Dart Farm Chipper is only dominant because it's the only good strategy. Not because it's actually amazing, but because all the other strategies completely suck and are bullshit. So the Ray of Doom, I remember the buff, it made it like 5 times stronger as Moabs, and now guess what? Ray of Doom's a viable tower. Do that with more towers. For example, maybe buff, actually no, the Ninja's good as it is, but maybe buff its Moab popping power, right? Or the bomb, for example, that's actually usable, but, you know, it's not very good at all. So maybe for the bomb tower, you can make it a little bit stronger. Maybe make it fire a little bit faster. Explosions in general need to be stronger. And there needs to be way more modes, right? Right now there's club rooms and everything, but it's just really stale, right? The game entirely is stale. And Ninja Kiwi definitely doesn't know how to balance their games. All they know is grind, grind, grind. They make their game super grindy and literally just boring in general. It's very boring and just you know, grind, grind, grind. That's the entire thing. That's the entire game. Just keep grinding. And that's with all the Ninja Kiwi games, right? BMC, after the beginning, when it's overwhelming, after playing for like a month or two, it gets really stale. It takes forever to progress like Clash of Clans. But even like after another month, after 2 months of playing, you can't even play like Clash of Clans. Even pay to win's not doing anything. It's literally the only way to advance in the game at that point is to grind, which I think makes 0 sense whatsoever. And other Ninja Kiwi games are like this too. SAS 4, right? SAS 4, BTD 5, the new mastery mode. Even the main games now are getting really goddamn grindy, and I don't like it. Really, no one likes it. No one likes a super grindy game that just promotes grinding and nothing else. No one likes it. I like grind games. I like really hardcore grind games. But I don't like these types that literally just promote it. They don't force you to grind. It's an optional thing that then gives you major advantage, which doesn't make sense to me at all. And really, Ninja Kiwi games in general are getting ultra hardcore stale. And I say ultra hardcore stale with meaning here. And yeah, it's just getting so stale, and I really just am not enjoying battles at all anymore. I mean, I played a little bit, but it's grown to be very unenjoyable and just annoying in general. So here you got Glaive Lord up. I sent the ceramic underneath. He had to boost. But yeah, I'm just not playing it as much. You can probably tell like how much I'm playing battles now compared to how much I was playing battles in the past when I just started playing. And you know, when Reroll Rainbow Rushers were stronger and stuff, Dark Farm Chipper was not nearly as dominant as it is now. And even with Steam releases and everything, they need to either one, make a new game, or just make more options. For example, mods like Minecraft. The reason it's still alive and running just so well is because of the fact that when you play Minecraft, right, and a lot of other games like it, you can create mods. And not only can you change the rules of the game, you can literally add completely new concepts. And that changes everything, right? New concepts to the game. Basically changing the game entirely. That's a huge difference. And honestly, that keeps people in the game. If the game is constantly getting updated and changed, the developer doesn't have to work as much with mods either, right? It helps the developer. Because then you just sit back as other people make mods, and only adding different rules to the game every once in a while just makes it way easier. That's part of why Minecraft is such a popular game, and like Team Fortress 2, how they're still alive after not very many updates. I mean, Minecraft in general is not very big. It's not the largest game in the world. Terraria is much larger, but Minecraft is still bigger because of how many mods there just are in Minecraft, how much more variety there is from those mods. And just that's what keeps games running, right guys? That's what keeps games running. It's not constant grinding that keeps people interested. It's new things. And the games get stale really fast. Like the ore spawn mod. I remember when everyone played the ore spawn mod in Minecraft. Now the ore spawn mod is completely dying. Why is that, you ask? It's because of the fact of the lack of updates, right? To the ore spawn mod. When it was getting mad updates, it was the only good mod, really. But now all the other mobs have catched up, and ore spawn has not really progressed that much. Meaning that ore spawn just isn't as good as it used to be. It isn't as played anymore because of the fact that it got less and less updates. And now ore spawn's just a dying mod, you know. It's not nearly as you played. And just not as good in general. Not many people are playing it anymore. So yeah, the ore spawn mod is just not as good as it used to be. It's definitely not as good. And here we go. Let's just kill this guy real quick. And you know what they should add is like new towers. Give the community the ability to do really whatever they want with the game. Just let the community have more freedom, more choice, more ability to really deal with the game as it is. And give us more options, right? Let us do things. We are a community, and we know what we're doing with this game. And really, that's all there is to it, right? Just make the game more fun. In general, when you have more options, a game is more fun. That is how it is with basically every game nowadays. The more options you have, the better the game. The more the game thrives. And aside from all of that I just said, like, there's other ways to do this as well. If you don't want to go the modding route, there's other routes to go, Ninja Kiwi. This is not the only way. There's multiple ways to do everything. Like how grinding is not the only way to keep players engaged. Modding is not the only way to bring back your games from the dead. There's many other ways to do it. For example, you can make the game more engaging. You can make the game more interesting. If, for example, you make it so that there's daily rewards. Right now, there's no rewards unless you work for those rewards. Now, that is a proven concept that works, but sometimes people don't want to work, and you should make the game more competitive. Just make the underwhelming towers more powerful, and Dart Farm Chipper not the only strategy able to do like anything in this game. What other strategy is even usable? Dart Farm Chipper, Dart Farm Ace, that's it. There's nothing else that's even viable. There's nothing else that can even defend all out round 32 and not round 32, round 22. And that's the reason the game's so stale. It's because there's no good strategy other than the dominant ones. There's not variety. When a game doesn't have variety, it dies. A game needs to have lots of variety and playability, or else people stop playing it. That's as easy as it gets. That's how basic it is. And okay. So, I mean, I could keep ranting on about that all day, or we could find some fixes, guys. Ninja Kiwi could just die as a company at all, or it can fix this problem with the help of its community, right? Battles is the large, BTD5 as everything is larger as a game, but it's dying. And Battles is the only one that was thriving, at least for a little bit. But now Battles 2 is just not flourishing as a game anymore. And we need to solve that problem. That shouldn't be the case. Battles is an amazing game, and Ninja Kiwi is a company that knows how to have a thriving game. Now the only thing we need is a community to back that up, which we already have. But we need a company that's actually willing to create a strong game. We need in-game tournaments, more competitive things, not just casuals. Even casuals die down really fast. And people that play a game casually tend to have tend to leave a game and go to a new game much faster than someone who stays in the game for a long, much faster than a competitive player, meaning that competitive players are the way to go if you want a good company. And yeah, that's what we're trying to have here, a competitive game that everyone likes and enjoys. And not just for casuals, for competitive players alike. And here we go, so you said a massive lead rush, and it is round 32, I guess, so that's a reason. And here we go. So let me just focus on this game a little bit. I don't actually want to lose this. But let's see here. If we just spam a few more drugs, maybe? Oh god, let's energy that? Okay, ooh, round 32 is deadly, yeah. It's a deadly round for sure. But here we go. We defended that just fine. And see, the game is so easy with this strategy. See, his strategy he used, he defended my round 32 rush, but it wasn't a big round 32 rush. It was a tiny rush I did just to tease him. I wasn't actually trying to win with that rush. If I stole my 4th-year farm and went all out, he would have died for sure. And that's the problem. Like, this strategy, it's an okay strategy, but it cannot defend. If I started a camel rush in the early game, he would have died for sure. I just wanted to be nice to him. So this game is a clear example. Even if you have insane farms, you just can't defend with that strategy. It's just not dominant. It's not good. And I should have kept the Dartling as Ray of Doom OP, but still, like, that's a definite problem in this game. If a game has a dominant strategy, and that strategy is not overcome by any other strategy, that means that strategy will be dominant and competitive players want to use the best strategy. Meaning that strategy will forever be that strategy. Therefore, competitive players will quit the game, if you get what I mean there. Now this guy got a really lucky random of a super monkey, so his strategy isn't that bad if he has a good random. But with any other strategy, including his super monkey, just not good, not good. If he only had the boomer, no camo detection chance. If he just, and even if he did get a glaive lord, he couldn't defend camo ceramics. So he got kind of lucky with his random, no matter which one it was. And if it was anything else, he would have lost for sure. So that just explains it. I mean, the random does do it. And yeah, another suggestion I could have is a 4-tower mode. 3 towers is not enough to do like anything in this game. 3 towers is not nearly enough. You need 4 towers to actually do work in this game. 4 towers is the way to go. And 3 is clearly here not enough. See, if that 4 tower strategy is actually a decent strategy. That's not Dart Farm Chipper, and it worked for him. For that player, it worked. That strategy worked, and we need more strategy like this that work. We need more strategies like this that work, and the only way I see to fix that is a 4th tower. 3 towers are just not enough in general. It's not enough to actually make something viable. 3 towers is not viable at all. It just doesn't work. So here we go. Let's just start ground zero spamming. Just show him how easy it is to defend any rush until late game with this strategy. It's just too dominant, and how bad this game is here. So this is a clear example of how a game dies. If this is happening and a dominant strategy, like, see, it's not even that good. It's still struggling with the rush a little bit here. It's still struggling with the rush, showing again that this strategy is not even overpowered. It's just that all the other strategies are completely underpowered. I mean, I did go aces of Chipper, but even with Chipper, you can tell this strategy isn't overpowered. It's simply the fact that every other strategy in this entire game is highly underpowered. And I'm on Steam. I'm not even on mobile here, which is why I'm kind of failing right now to micro this. But if I was on mobile, indeed, I would be defending this rush much, much easier. And this is already quite easy here. Now, I will die to this rush because I was on, like, the Windows 10 device. But if I wasn't, I would have won that for sure. So let me just rematch this guy here. Come on, let's go. Why did you leave me? Anyways, I should have won that game, but I was just talking too much. I wasn't really paying attention. But again, like, this game is stale because of that reason. Now, I'm kind of repeating myself a lot here, but the point needs to be heard. Ninja Kiwi is really just ignoring us as a community. And I don't like that. Why are they doing that? I don't know. I have no idea why they are ignoring us as a community. But when they do that, a voice needs to be heard. And I will not make my voice a small voice. I want this to be known. I want Ninja Kiwi to fix this. And there's a way to do that. Also, how long was BTD1 around before it went to BTD2? Not long. BTD2 to 3, not long. BTD4 was pretty dominant, but then BTD5 came out really not that long after. But BTD5, how long was BTD5 around? Way too long. They still haven't come out with BTD6 yet, and that's a problem to me. Why has Ninja Kiwi not made BTD6? Why? Why has BTD6 still not come out after all this time? Literally, like, why? They made BMC and battles. Time for BTD6. It cannot just be BTD5 forever. BTD6 needs to eventually come out. That needs to be a thing. It cannot just be BTD5 forever. And I will get the barbed dart, so it's kind of dumb, but whatever, I'll get it anyways. I haven't done a sub strategy in years. Well, not in years, but in quite a while, so I'm still learning this. I have not used a sub strategy in so long. I just normally use dart on this map, but I wanted to switch things up because the game is so stale. That's the only reason I'm using this strategy, is because the other strategies are so stale. I'm changing it up for once. Ninja Kiwi needs to allow us to do this. 4 towers, balance changes. Basically make mobile like Flash and then keep updating it. That's the cure. And if BTD6 does come out, more towers, more track, switch it on to battles, add a sandbox mode, 2 battles, at different difficulties and everything, boom, your game is saved. Your game has more players again. It is that easy. I repeat, it is actually that easy. It's easier than you think to fix a game. Now, I'm not a master at programming. Well, I'm pretty good at programming. I'm definitely not a master at it. But I I know how to fix a game like this. We have the ideas from the community. And this needs to be heard. People need to know that Battles is not set in stone. It is a fixable game. There is a way to fix Battles. And seriously, just going to casuals is not the answer, Ninja Kiwi. Casual gaming is not the answer to fixing the competitive side of Battles. It is the exact opposite of what you should be doing, which is catering the competitive players, allowing us to again play in the competitive community, and not just allowing casuals to do whatever they want, but rather letting us competitive players have the fun as well. We have no fun right now with this game. Competitive players are not really getting what they want. We are, as the competitive community, are not getting what we want. See, unique strategies in this game do not work. They don't work. As you saw there, I was dying. Unique rushes, strategies, just don't work. There are way too many dominant strategies, and literally no unique ones in this entire game. See how easy this is to defend once you get into Chipper, the competitive one, and how hard it was using Sub, the weird one, right? The difference is real here. So see if he energies. He energied that fail right by him. See, that's like what you do. You bait out the energy, you sell a couple farms, and then you all out your opponent. Like, if they have a bad if they are not using a dominant strategy, that happens to them. If they're using a casual strategy, this is what you do to them. And if that strategy can defend this, you just last them late game. There is no cure for this unless you have 4 tower slots, or you just make the bad towers more overwhelming and less underwhelming. So, I mean, like, what other way is there to do this, right, guys? Do you guys know any other way? And inflation. Look at this. Look at how many medallions I have. I don't even play in boss arenas. I don't even try to get medallions. And I have over 166,000 medallions. I'm just playing casually. That makes it so there's no way to fight anyone good at the game. They need a tournament system and a ladder mode. And basically Clash Royale ladder mode didn't work. They added a tournament system. Simply put, in Battles, arena system isn't working, but it's completely free. This stuff is so easy to unlock. So what we can do is just make a tournament mode. Tournament mode will work. A ladder mode will also work. Anything will work, in fact, except this. The medallion system is the only thing that's not working. Then we need to fix the medallion system. Lol, did you guys actually not think about that? Of course you did. Of course you did. Everyone can think of that. And Ninja Kiwi needs to stop lying to us. The online players, these active player numbers are completely false. They are false. Card battles, everything is false. Now, I know this from Blazin, the tournament, but also on card battles, as when I went in, when it just came out, it had substantially less in the battle arena. What? Why is this? This was a new game mode that had less than the battle arena, which made no sense. Simply put, they are hacking the numbers. They are complete false. Ninja Kiwi needs to tell us players what is actually going on here. What is this stuff? What are they actually doing with the game? And what way they are gonna actually fix it? Okay? In which way are they gonna find a fix to the game? And when they do, what's gonna happen, right? How is this gonna work? Are they gonna even fix it? Is this game fixable? And if so, how are they gonna do it? How this game's gonna get fixed? Ninja Kiwi needs to explain everything to us. Because I'm not going for it. I'm not digging this. This is boring. How the game is right now. And we need to let our voice as a community be heard. We need to let our voice be heard. And seriously, you can't change your towers in practice mode? See, it's the little things. It's the little things. You have to redo this. Like, that's stupid. It's the little things in life that make it worthwhile. It's just the little things, not the large things, but the little things in life. It's what makes it, like, interesting. It's what makes us engaged. That's really all there is to it. Is all the little things. It's not... Quit making, like, card battles, especially if they're not going to introduce new strategies. I was hyped when card battles came out. Why? I thought they were going to add new towers to it. New tracks exclusive to card battles and just change up the game entirely. They didn't do that. They made it all the previous towers. And sure, the strategies were different, but they're still dominant because that's how BTD towers work. They are dominant. That's why they're so boring. BTD 5 is different because the tracks are substantially longer and you get all the towers. See the tower choice here. 3 towers is not enough. Card battles, you get only specific upgrades, so that's still not enough. Seemingly, this game is broken. Like, Ninja Kiwi needs to hear our voices and our ideas and how the game could be fixed and go for it. They need to just fix the game. It is so bad right now. It is just so bad. And a lot of us players, even non-competitive casual players, are quitting the game. I have a lot of casual friends. They too are quitting the game because there's no competitive gist. And casual players don't stay at a game for very long. Casual players go from game to game. They're not like us competitive players who take the game seriously, that have played since BTD 3 or 4. Some of us has even played since original Bloons and BTD 1. Yes, BTD 1. Some of us have been playing since BTD 1. I know it's insane, but players like me, we have been playing since BTD 1. And just, we just stuck on with it. There were not too many good Flash games, like in schools and everything. I know a lot of older people that are like in 20s or 30s. At school, they didn't have any blocks. I mean, we didn't even have computers when we were at school, but it wasn't blocked. Nothing was blocked. You could do whatever you want in school. Like those were the times, guys. You could literally, there were no blocks. You could just play any video games, but no one knew any good video games. So it wasn't really much of a problem that people were on their computers and just played games all day, because no one really knew too many good games to play in the first place, and it didn't really matter to anyone. It's like you get this privilege because people didn't even have computers at home. So, oh look, the guns don't change size? I don't get this. But, like, people didn't have computers at home, so it didn't matter. So we were playing BTD 1, right? And us players are now quitting Ninja Kiwi as a whole for the first time. That is not a good sign if longtime players are quitting the game. That means there is an actual problem. That means there is a problem that needs to be fixed. And if you look at all these other games out there right now, the problem is not there forever. Guess what, guys? The problem can be fixed. Using the ways I've mentioned and other people have mentioned over the years, this game can go back into being a competitive game where competitive players play. Now, I don't want it to be like Flash, because Flash is so dead. It's just boring at this point to play Flash. It's just boring. But mobile can be different. It can have casuals and competitive. But it can have the competitive one area and casuals in another. They can be separated. It is not impossible for the competitive and casual players to be separated. It is not set that we are all together. Casual players can be different from competitive players. It is actually possible. And that's what I'm trying to say right now. That's what I'm trying to say in this video. It is possible to revive this game. This game is not dead like everyone else is saying. What I'm saying is there is a cure. There is a way for this game to come back into glory. And people will play it again when that time comes, when that happens. When Ninja Kiwi decides to give back to the community and make the game fun. Make the game it should have been all along. I mean, when it just came out, no one knew good strategies. But since the start of Mobile King of the Hill and Battles of the Mobile and Dart Farm Chipper was found, well, it was found before that, but about that time, when it was found, everyone used it, it was dominant, and it hasn't changed ever since. It hasn't changed at all. Since the beginning of the King of the Hill to right now, the strategy still hasn't changed. It's still Dart Farm Chipper. Now people use Ace and Ball with slight differences in longer maps, but as a whole, it still hasn't changed. That is a problem. That is a definite problem. Why has it still not changed? The strategies need to change. It can't be like this forever. And what I'm seeing right now, and what everyone else is also seeing, this strategy will be dominant for at least months and maybe even a lot more time to come. It will continue to be dominant for time to come. What? It has been dominant for long enough at this point that really it is seen, guys. There is no other strategy, and this will remain dominant for a long time unless they change the game. The game must be changed, or else we are stuck with Dart Farm Chipper forever. And does anyone want that? Does anyone want Dart Farm Chipper to be forever dominant? I didn't think so. I didn't think that anyone really likes that system. How one strategy could forever overcome every other strategy, not even because the other strategies are bad, but simply because, well, not even because the strategy is good, but because all the other strategies are just so bad. It is the only strategy that actually works. That is not the game I want. That's not the game anyone wants. Everyone in the community wants a fun game that anyone can play and is interesting and has variety. Variety is what keeps a game going. It's as simple as that. If your game does not have variety, why play it? Why would you ever play a game that doesn't have variety, that doesn't change? A game where a strategy is forever dominant, and that will always be the fact. In battles, in Flash, it has changed. Well, it hasn't now, but that's because there's no updates. Before, Battles Flash has changed. Different strategies has been in Flash. Why not do the same in mobile? Why not make it so there is multiple strategies that all work and no one strategy that dominates? Why not make a game like that? Why doesn't Ninja Kiwi do this? I mean, this question is asked now. People have ranted Ninja Kiwi, but no one, and I mean no one, is actually doing anything at Ninja Kiwi. The YouTuber Mega Tournament, things like that. Instead of hosting those, which are amazing, I get it, Ninja Kiwi needs to figure out the things that are wrong with the game and fix it. Ninja Kiwi needs to fix what's wrong before they decide to just spam new features to the game. First, fix what was before already needed to be fixed. That did not make any sense, I know, but what can make sense when you're ranting about something like this, right? A game that's completely broken, there's no good way to explain it. There's no good way to explain something completely broken like battles. Now, what I think is the cure, first of all, mods, second of all, more tower choices, but most importantly, an entirely new game. First come out with BTD 6, then maybe a year later, so this year, December, BTD 6, next December, BTD Battles 2, include mods, more towers, more options, everything. Give people the ability to add new towers. Let people have options. Let this voice be heard, everyone. This needs to happen, and this is why I made this video. That's going to be all for today, guys. Take care, you all. Goodbye.